Hey, live.
Morning, Tony. Welcome.
Thank you, Claire. Thanks for inviting me on board today.
And thank you for joining.
Yeah, you're
I'm not
welcome.
sure it should be called Quarantine TV anymore. I'm calling it QTV now.
QTV, what's that? What's the QTV?
Well, it was Quarantine TV, but kind
Okay.
of as the lockdown eases.
Yeah. It's
So,
just good to talk. It's just good to share some positive thoughts and
we already have done that this morning.
yeah.
So Tony, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Yeah. I predominantly I'm a life coach, so I help people. Most people that contact me, they want to break free from something. So it's thoughts and feelings that they're suffering right now,
Yeah.
possibly due to a curveball that's hit. So it could be what's going on at the moment.
Yes.
Been a big curveball, but it's people have sort of had that time to sort of question things, their relationships, their life, their purpose on this planet.
Yeah.
And they've had that time to sit and think and less distraction. So I think people have made decisions to, if they're not happy with something, to do something about it. So most people that I've been helping with the coaching, it's breaking free of old thoughts and old patterns that are playing out now.
Yes.
Then a lot of the time it's creating a way of being in the moment and right now, deciding on how they want to think and feel right now, and then for some creating a purpose in life,
Yeah.
because I do find a lot of people come to me that are probably at a certain age, between sort of probably 30 and 60, so the kids are perhaps growing up, and that purpose is sort of is diminishing a little bit, and they're more responsible for themselves more rather than others. So they feel that perhaps feel a little bit stuck and don't know where to go and don't know what to do, and so we create their reason for being on this planet, find out what it truly is, and it's an amazing discovery. For some people it can be a massive, like, oh my god, I need to totally change my life and my career. For some people it can be not a massive change, but just a little bit of a different direction to go into that's in line with them. It's in line with them.
Yes.
But yeah, I've been really busy, and I think that I think it's down to what's happened with the lockdown, and the changes that have happened. So
yeah, and we were talking about this before we went live, weren't we? About the changes that lockdown have brought to our life, the change in priority, the change in where we put our attention, the change in what we value, how we perceive things.
Yeah.
What's important to us now.
Yeah, that's right. I think there's been a big shift there. A big shift there. It's with people have been doing more with less.
Yes.
And recognizing what actually truly matters.
Yeah.
So I think with particularly within relationships, family, friends, partners, etc. I think people have been spending more time together.
Yeah.
Within four walls.
Yeah.
And recognizing that, it's either wrong or it could be right, and what can we do about it, and how can we better ourselves to make our relationships better.
Yes.
So that's been a big part of the coaching as well. It's been good.
Yeah, all of those nuances of communication and boundaries, and giving each other space, and talking about what our needs are, and
Yeah, absolutely.
So how did you get to a place in your life where you wanted to change everything and become a coach?
Yeah, I've been a hairdresser since I was 16. I'm 50.
Really?
Yeah,
A
I'm 50.
hairdresser?
Yeah.
You?
Still am a hairdresser. I'm 52 on Friday, so I've been doing it a long time.
Oh, I didn't
So
know you were a hairdresser. That's really handy at the moment. Have you got a
yeah.
waiting list?
Unfortunately, I can't cut my own. But
Yeah.
however, yeah, I think I've always been fascinated with in a hairdressing environment. You're and I was a salon owner for 28 years, so you're in a very sort of giving state. You're serving people, you're looking after the hair, etc. I wanted to make them feel good,
Yes.
so you become a very good listener as
Yes.
well as a hairdresser, and you spend an awful lot of time one on one. So
Yes.
you get very well experienced in human thinking and psychology and behaviors,
Yes.
and reasons why. So, and you can't help but try and give advice.
Hmm.
And then about 4 years ago, I thought, you know what? I've listened to the books and I used to listen to a lot of Anthony Robbins things and
Yes.
positive thinking, you know, which I found useful.
Yeah.
Uh, but I think I reached a point where I thought I want to be able to help people properly,
Yeah.
and really, really help to transform people's lives with their mind. So I thought, right, okay, let's look into it. So I looked into it and got trained, and then just snowballed from there, really.
Brilliant.
So I'm still a hairdresser. At the moment, it's purely coaching, so
Yes.
that's 100% of the time, which has been really busy. Um, when the lockdown's over, I'll be going back to hairdressing as well.
Yeah.
So probably 50-50 balance.
Yes.
But I enjoy both. And we'll see where it takes me. There's certain goals. Should I say goals? There's certain things I want to try and achieve
Yeah.
uh, within coaching, and but I'm not sort of putting any time restraints on it, or not making it too specific, because I think the key is in life and in work and in everything, that it's being in love with the journey, because
Yeah.
a lot of life is mundane, isn't it?
Yes.
Mundane things, and unless we're
Yeah.
enjoying that mundane,
Yeah.
then we can be striving for certain things, and in between that, not really sort of enjoying it. So I enjoy every step of the way of the process, and it's one person by person, helping people transform their lives is it's incredible. It's incredible.
Yeah.
But I think right from the start, all I've ever done is hairdressing, and that was it.
Right.
So for me to step into this arena was massive, because I thought, oh my God, I've not read a book, I've not studied since I was at school.
Yeah.
But I was a successful salon owner, but I felt like I just winged it, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
by being good with this and
Yeah.
good with all,
Right.
and having the patter and having the skills that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so getting trained as a coach, I'm being coached as well, and still do get coached whenever I need it, on my coaching business. And yeah, the studying was massive. The training was really intense, and but incredible. And I think soon as I started to explore it, it just clicked. I
Yeah.
just resonated with it. I just
Yeah.
absolutely loved it, and I understood it because I was so passionate and so interested in it. And I think because it has that greater purpose of helping others and helping as many people as I possibly can,
Yeah.
and going through the process myself. And I think that's key for any
Yeah.
coach to be effective and powerful,
Yeah.
is to know what it's like to experience the things that do. Everybody's experiences are different. However,
Yes.
presenting problems can be similar, i.e., lack of self-worth, stress, anxiety, depression, all these things. And I used to suffer from those quite badly for many years. So to completely evolve from that
Yeah.
and be completely free of that and living life on purpose, feeling peaceful, feeling really happy with who I am, is crucial to be able to help other people to achieve that. Absolutely crucial, because you need to sit opposite somebody and absolutely know that they have everything inside them.
Yes.
To be able to achieve that, you absolutely know that.
Yeah.
And because I've done it, and you see it time after time after time with clients, you know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's how I got into it, really.
Yeah.
And loved every moment of the way. You know, I love it. It's great.
And you've been running every day in lockdown.
Yeah, every day.
And you've been going for a run and doing a live every day.
Yeah, at first it was a bit like, oh my God, panic. You know, I went from earning a good wage as a hairdresser and coaching.
Yes.
I coached individuals in person. I didn't do a lot of virtual coaching. It was mainly people that are local to this area. So one-to-one coaching, hypnosis. I do quite a lot of hypnosis. And so it was like, all of a sudden, I hit no income.
Yes.
No income. I thought, right, okay, what do I do here? What do I do? So straight away, I thought, right, I just want to help people during this lockdown.
Yeah.
That was it. Regardless of what happens financially or whatever,
yes.
I just want to help people because I know people are going to be struggling. So
yeah.
I started going for a run every day and doing a short little video, just seeing if I can help anybody with, you know, with knowledge on why things.
Yeah,
So,
like every day you share something about something that works for you to help you through the day.
Sure,
Techniques,
absolutely.
ways of looking at things.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So it's creating knowledge and awareness, and you know, so that people can think, right, oh, there is a possibility I can change. There is a possibility I can think. There is a possibility I can literally transform the way I'm thinking and feeling. So and then people got in contact with me, you know, and wanted to talk, and then that turned into people wanted coaching. So it's been really effective. I never dreamed it. Yeah, thank you. I never dreamed it would be as effective as it is, because I hadn't done a lot of virtual coaching. I didn't really know how effective or powerful it could be. I believed it could be, but I didn't know. So, but yeah, it is. Equally as powerful as in person.
I've actually only done coaching on Zoom and find it really effective.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like I'm fully there, fully present for my clients, and it works really well.
Yeah, it does really well, really well. So even with hypnosis, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I would say hypnosis is different when you're in person. It's probably easier.
Yes.
Because you're using touch sometimes, you know, kinesthetics within hypnosis that deepen the levels of hypnosis. But you know, it's just as effective virtually, but you just have to be a little bit with what you're doing, you know.
Brilliant.
But yeah, it's been incredible.
Brilliant.
Incredible. And it's just amazing because I've been able to help far more people because.
Oh, you've frozen. I think we've lost you.
I lost you then for a second.
We lost you then for a second.
Don't know what
got up to. I've been able to help far more people because.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's been great because you know I've had people all over the country and from the States and all over the place that I've been able to help. You know. Yeah. So, and I think the feedback I got from, I think with the videos, I've just kept it really real and just very personable and just very authentic. And I think that's the difference. You know, people have come from contacting me because they've resonated with something that I've said. You know.
Yes. Yes. So it feels like today, to me, that a lot of people are feeling quite challenged at the moment.
Yeah.
There's the whole situation in America, which
Yeah.
is really alarming, and generations of oppression and violence,
Sure.
creating a situation where people feel that they can't affect change through any other way than through the means that they are using at the moment.
Sure.
And I suppose because it's an English-speaking country, it feels quite close, even though it's on the other side of the world, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, and then there's also the easing of lockdown. So what I sense is a lot of anxiety that people experience around other people's behavior. So if people perceive that other people are going out into nature and standing too close to each other, going out into nature and dropping litter, um, opening their businesses too early, not opening their businesses early enough, sending their children back to school too early, not sending their children back to school early enough. All of these different points of view
Yeah.
in quite an emotionally heightened time with a background of health anxiety. It seems to be a very good recipe for division.
Yeah. Sure. Sure. You've got that cohesion. People connecting more with other human beings, but also, yeah, you've got that division based on people's beliefs, really, of what is right or wrong. However, I saw something that somebody posted on Facebook the other day. Actually, I think it was on Facebook, and it was really good. It was saying that basically, and it was a bit like what you just said. Really, some people will do this, some people will do that, and it's saying that they have their reasons, and that's okay.
Yes.
And that's okay. We could choose to let that go
Yes.
and allowance of that and not judge.
Yes.
Because people have different needs, psychologically, emotionally, financially, etc. And
Yeah.
people go into survival mode
Yes.
and whatever it takes to survive, or they think they need to do to survive. But that's okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Completely okay. And you see a lot of judgmental comments, or you did at the beginning of the lockdown, particularly. And yeah, you could consider that some people are doing some silly things. However, if it's not directly affecting us,
Yeah.
then, well,
Exactly.
yeah,
That's what I think.
yeah.
If
If
it's
there's mass,
direct, if it is directly affecting me, I can find a way to
sure,
communicate that to someone. But during this whole time, nobody's done anything which has felt that it has affected me in any way during this whole time.
right. That's right. People do things for a positive intention. You know, their behaviour to some may not be acceptable or may be wrong, but that person that's taking that action or behaviour is doing it for a positive reason for
Yeah.
themselves. It
Yeah.
could seem reckless or it could seem wrong. However, who are we to judge that? We are
Yeah.
not there. We've got a different model of the world. We've got a different situation, possibly.
It,
So,
exactly.
I think
Exactly.
we need to have been living in more of a flexible thinking, of an allowance of being, because and when we live in that and we can let things go and be more flexible in our thinking, things, we don't carry that angst in our body. Then we don't.
Yes.
you know.
And
And I was,
it seems to me from the outside
yeah,
that mostly what people are worrying about is a perception rather than an actual real
yeah,
experience.
yeah, yeah, exactly. I was in it, just a little scenario. I was in the supermarket the other day getting some food, and it was a couple of days ago, and there was this guy in there. It's probably like, I don't know, 70, and he looked very on edge. He didn't have
Yeah,
a mask on or anything. It was just with his shopping basket, and I walked past him, um, probably like not quite a couple of meters away, but I walked past
yes,
him because it was my only option to be able to walk past him to get down this
yes,
particular aisle. And he jumped back and said, "2
yeah,
meters, 2 meters, 2 meters," you know.
yeah,
And I could have reacted with that. All right, mate, don't worry. You know what I mean? Calm down.
yeah,
But I
yeah,
just smiled and nodded my head because I thought I don't know what his situation is. You know, straight
yes,
away I jumped that, that flexibility of understanding that I don't know what his position is. I don't know how
yeah,
he feels things, and that's okay.
yeah.
And that's okay. And I just avoided him. Obviously, stayed away.
And I think the more bizarre people's behaviour, then the more stressed that they are.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because he
So,
looked very high.
like, bizarre behaviour is a display of being highly stressed, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. And he did look highly stressed, but no, no, no amount of me taking that stress on is going to help his stress.
Yeah,
No amount of me reacting in a certain way that's equal to him, but or differently, will help the
yeah,
situation.
yeah,
So the more we can be, take that calm, flexible option, the
yeah,
more impact we're going to,
yeah. And
it'll
I
bring their stress levels down.
bring other people's stress levels down, yes. I have spoken to friends who can go shopping in supermarkets and not notice other people's stress. Whereas I actually physically feel people's stress if they're in probably within 5 meters of me. I can actually
Yeah,
physically feel it.
sure,
So
sure.
that's a different experience. And I suppose that's why I'm attracted to working with people because I empathize heavily with people.
Yeah, 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 absolutely, absolutely. I think, I know people and people I've coached or people that I've worked with and that say they're very empathic and they sometimes struggle with that it's a curse almost.
Yeah.
They was pain, etc., etc. We're
Yeah.
all empathic. We've all got empathy. We all have empathicness. It's just
Yeah.
how deep we reach into it and
Yeah.
allow it to happen. However, however, it's a bit like with coaching. If I'm to sit opposite somebody and to sit in a depth of empathy and feel their pain for any period of time, I am not serving them well.
Yes.
I'm already more of a victim,
Yeah.
or to feel a victim, or
Yeah.
to feel anger, you know. So I don't show any emotion when I'm coaching apart from joy.
Yes.
I do connect with internal empathy straight away. I coach with my head and my heart,
Yeah.
but I jump out of that so quickly into possibility.
Yes.
What's possible here? And I think with what you're saying is so we don't suffer as if we show. Sometimes we can suffer from sort of empathy exhaustion almost because
Yeah.
we're connecting too much with sadness or too much with anger or too much with frustration or too much with stress, other people's. So I get I get what you're saying about you feel it, and I notice it when I'm walking in the supermarket or wherever. I'll notice it. However, internally I'll say you'll be okay. It'll be all
Yeah.
right. You know, just again, it's just slipping into that
Yeah.
possibility. I would say that to them, but
Yeah. Yeah.
it
Yeah.
would seem offensive. But in my body, in my mind, I'm thinking, yeah, I get it, but you'll be all right. Everything will be all
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
You'll be okay. So
Yeah.
it's slipping in possibility quickly, you know. So you're not carrying that because, like I said before, no amount of suffering alongside with somebody is going to help anybody.
Yeah.
It's just not,
Absolutely.
you know.
Absolutely. It's an interesting subject of how to manage that. Yes.
Sure,
And
sure.
over the last 3 months I've got better at it.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. I've got really good at just standing in that very long queue, holding my own space and smiling.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
not getting involved in anyone's. It's like like when we were talking before we went live, it's the drama triangle always.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
It is.
staying out of that.
Yeah.
So we were also talking before we went live about how our values have changed during lockdown.
Mm. Yeah, I believe so. I know they have for me personally. Not that I was quite minimalist on certain things. I'm not a man of great needs, or shall I say wants. Um, However, even less so now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even less, because well, when you're not going anywhere, you don't feel as though you need to wear certain clothes
Yeah.
or go to shops to spend money to create amusement or desire. You know,
Yes.
to me, it's been about communicating with people and spending time with people, quality time, and doing the simplest of things. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Like actually noticing our surroundings
Yeah, absolutely.
and um, actually going out and yeah, really experiencing where we live
Yeah, yeah,
instead of
totally.
rushing around, booking holidays,
Yeah, that's
going
right.
away, going out all the time. Completely
Yeah,
different
absolutely.
experience.
Yeah, I know for the first probably couple of months in the lockdown. Well, only until the other week actually. I didn't have a car because
Wow.
I used to lease a car until the lockdown. And I gave up the lease, and then
Wow.
because I thought, what's the point?
Yeah.
So I only I bought a cheap second-hand car a couple of weeks ago just as a run around, which I'm hardly using. Obviously, when I get back to doing some hairdressing, I will be using it. However, and it was great. It was great. Just walking everywhere,
Yeah.
thinking, okay, I need to go to the supermarket. It's 2 miles away. I'll walk there.
Yes. Yes. And
I'll walk
I've done that. I've walked down to the local shop and yeah, it's probably a mile. And I never do that. And also I never normally go for walks because I never have time, which now
yeah,
seems so bizarre.
yeah, yeah. It
Like
has been really nice.
yeah, how did I live a life where I didn't have time to go for a walk? Seems
Yeah,
bizarre now.
right. Yeah, yeah. I was a bit like that. You know, not having the time. Yeah, having the time. You know, I made time for my kids. Made time for my fitness. Made time for my personal growth. Made time for clients. You know, coaching and hairdressing. But there was nothing really else in between. You know,
Yes.
there wasn't the
Same.
time to sit in the garden in the mid afternoon and have half an hour's kip.
Yeah. Yeah.
There wasn't time to sit and read a book like as I do now. It wasn't time to sit and go for a walk in the woods and
Yeah.
have a wander.
Have a
Just have a
wander,
wander.
yeah, and discover what's
Yeah,
around. Yeah.
yeah. It was like, right, I've got half an hour now to run. I can do
Yeah.
3 miles and get back as quick as possible. Now it's
Yeah.
like, no, I can go for a run and I can walk as well, or I
Yeah.
can do this, I can do that. It's
Yeah.
great.
And like losing that constant sense of urgency.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
which creates so much stress.
Yeah, yeah, totally,
Yeah.
totally. I
So
mean,
what?
you know, we have to live life by times, because it's, you know, otherwise we wouldn't get things done. However, it's I'm certainly not going to go back to the way things were.
Same.
Certainly, things are going to be different, and you know, I'm going to be doing probably less hours, but or hours to suit me, to suit
Yeah.
the way I live my life. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
so in the morning, I want to be able to get up and go for a run, and before I do anything else, and I want a bit of time free in the afternoon to do this. So I want, you know, I want to
Yeah.
keep the time free for when I've got my kids. Because you know, me and my ex, we split the kids 50-50, so they're with me 2 weeks, and then with her 2 weeks, and
Right.
so before the lockdown, I was working a lot of hours when I got my kids, and I wasn't spending the quality time with them, you know.
Yeah.
So now I am, you
Yeah.
know, and I can do, and
Yeah.
having that ability is great.
Yeah.
And yes, I'm earning less money. However, I'm spending an awful lot less,
Yeah.
and
There's
I
so
don't
much
feel,
less to spend. There's been so much less to spend
yeah, absolutely.
on.
I don't feel the need to spend it on certain things, you know, which is great.
Yeah,
But
it
yeah,
turns
time.
out we can all make a cup of coffee.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. Um,
So I think it's going to have a positive impact on many people,
I hope
and I
I
think,
hope so. And I see a lot of
yeah,
people making positive changes.
yeah, absolutely.
So, what would you say during this period the number one concern has been amongst people seeking coaching?
I would say lack of self-worth.
Wow.
That's the number one problem. Number one
Wow.
problem, and that plays out in relationships predominantly. So, and not generally, that comes from something at some point that's happened as a child,
Yeah.
between the ages of sort of 3 and 8. Um, well, all the way through our life as a child up until we're a teen, our brains are like sponges. But that's the sort of most intense time for learning,
Yeah.
and when we learn ways of being from our environment and the way we're communicated with. So for some people, it can be something that's quite a significant event that's happened to cause a way of thinking of being
Yeah.
for their life. However, for some people, it can be quite small things that they didn't actually realize that just triggered a way of thinking,
Yeah.
and it only needs to. It's generally when a need as a child is not met, or it's been, been met incorrectly,
Yeah.
or partially.
Yeah.
So there's been a need that's been, yeah, not right, or not met enough, or just, you know, not met at all. So with that, we there's certain behaviors that we learn, or a certain way of being as we progress through life, that as to ways of surviving, you know,
Yeah.
whether it's our ego. An ego, basically, again, it's a lack of something at some
Yeah.
point. So we create this ego, no matter how that ego comes across, um, as a survival
Yeah.
technique. You know, the behavior, the actions that we take are there to help us survive.
Yeah.
However, but the lack of self-worth, and again, that could be caused by many things. You know, everybody's different.
Yeah.
Everybody's different. But generally, that sort of lack of self-worth is triggered by something that where we felt, um, possibly. I did a little video yesterday actually on shame and guilt. You know,
Yes.
that's not
I
it's
watched
not
that.
necessarily,
That was really good.
yeah, it's not necessarily something that we've done particularly for some. Yeah, we've got guilt on an action we took, or we could have done better, or feel a bit ashamed of something. But for quite a lot of people, it's been during their life as a child, possibly, and as an adult, the lack of self-worth is because they've been told something,
Yeah.
you know, possibly by a school teacher, that
Yeah.
they'll never amount to anything, they're useless,
Yeah.
for example, or by a parent, they've been told something, and as a child, you take it on board, you know, and it's connected to an emotion, and then it's like that's what people start to believe about themselves, you know.
Yeah,
And
absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah,
Like that shame becomes
yeah,
part of our personality and part of the place that we are reacting from in our interactions.
yeah, absolutely. So, you know, that can then, and then they um experience that maybe in a relationship where they're
Mm.
told something repeatedly, perhaps,
Yeah.
or allow themselves to feel insignificant in a relationship. But I would say predominantly people, they come to me it's due to a relationship problem,
Right.
because when within relationships, particularly in any kind of relationship, we have to love with an open heart. You've got to be able to receive love with an open heart, and if we're not coming from a place of strength,
Yeah.
you know, of feeling wholesome
Yes.
and being fulfilled, we can enter into a relationship with a need. We all
Yes.
have needs. We all have physical needs, emotional needs, financial needs, etc. However, that's our primal instincts. However, if we
Yeah.
step into it subconsciously, and not all, we don't always know this, especially when we're younger, we enter into a relationship with this need.
Yeah.
Um, the danger is if that need is ever, we put that need on such a pedestal that if ever, from that particular person, and if that's ever taken away from us, we can spiral, we can feel devastated, as though
Yes.
our life's ending, or a chunk of us
Yeah.
been ripped out of us, you know.
Yeah.
And so to enter, I mean, you know, I'm speaking from experience too. So to enter into a relationship in the place, or if you're already in a relationship and you've got that personal growth, so you feel solid, you feel wholesome, and you, what I call, strong back, soft front. So you're strong, you're standing by your values and your beliefs, etc. It's still soft front, so you're still able to love and to give and show compassion. But if we don't, if we if we get too harsh, then we don't show our vulnerability, then really we're never going to experience true love. We have to show
Yeah.
that element of vulnerability, but to those that deserve it, for one, and
Yeah.
also not be vulnerable, not sit in vulnerability as a victim.
Yes.
uh, so it's a not so it's a weakness, you know.
Yeah.
So you're able to be vulnerable and step into that. You know what? If that person, or I, or that person decide this isn't for them, that's absolutely okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely okay.
Yeah.
Because so many people suffer from what they call, is labeled as rejection.
Yes.
That's massive, and
Yes.
really that's down to self-worth.
Yeah.
If we have a sense of self-worth, high sense of self-worth, and we value ourselves and what we bring to life, then if somebody chooses to reject us, then that's absolutely okay. It's, you
Yes.
know, not, I don't call it rejection, I call it redirection. It's
Yeah.
something saying here it's not right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got a call then. I had to just hang up on them. So yeah, it's can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Yeah. You
Oh, I
disappeared
can't
for
hear
a
you very
minute,
well
but
at the
only
moment.
like a second.
I've lost your voice.
Oh, really? Oh,
I can't hear you for
technical
some
issues.
reason. Maybe it's because of that call that came through.
Yeah, maybe. Can you hear me
I
now?
can't hear you, but you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear
It'll
you.
come back on in a minute, I think.
Okay.
So yeah, back to that. This is really odd talking to you, and we're not being able to hear you, but
Yeah, I'll just nod.
I don't know what's going on, but hey, let's just carry on. So yes, back to the rejection thing. That once we know what we bring to relationships, and once we recognize the values we hold within ourselves, then if someone doesn't want to be a part of that, that's absolutely cool and that's okay.
Yeah.
But it takes a lot of strength and a lot of knowledge and awareness to be able to get to that point. But everybody can be. Anybody can be. I used to suffer that massively throughout relationships, years gone by. We all act and let this play out in different ways, but I used to suffer really big time from a lack of self-worth as a child, very fearful and didn't really value myself or didn't think I was any good at anything. But and even throughout business within hairdressing as well, on the front of it, I look very confident and energized and etc. And I was, but underneath, I was quite fearful, really.
Yeah.
Or for many decades. But once you feel that sense of peace within yourself, and you've got that strong sense of value, then really you don't enter into any relationship, whether it's a business one, whether
Oh, I lost
through
you again there.
then.
Can you hear me now?
I actually can't hear you at all.
Oh, wow.
However, but you can hear me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me just see if I can do something here. 1 second.
Yeah.
Just bear with me.
It's lockdown, like anything goes, right? Wild hair, bad connections.
I'm just going to put a do not disturb on.
Yeah, good idea. Tony's on his phone, not his laptop.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Yay! I was just saying that lockdown, anything goes.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah,
It's
I didn't
okay.
put do not disturb.
Yes. So
Where were we?
this relationship thing, yes. Putting all of our self-worth into another person,
Yeah,
and then feeling absolutely devastated when they're not able to hold that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's what I picked this up from a book that I read. I can't remember where I got it from actually, but it's two different types of love. There's special, what we call special love, and true love.
Yeah.
True love is when you feel you can love with an open heart and receive with an open heart, and show that vulnerability and be okay and feel that this is true and enjoy that every moment. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's balanced. It's balanced and healthy and etc. And not obsessive.
Yes.
Whereas special love is that obsessive love, where we almost feel addicted to a physical need or an emotional need from that person to fill a gap.
Exactly the word I would have used. That sort of love is actually not love; it's an addiction.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And there's nothing wrong with being passionately into somebody and etc. But however, when we put that on a pedestal, and particularly that person on a pedestal, feel as though we absolutely have to have them in our lives to feel happy and fulfilled. Then that's a dangerous place to be. Very dangerous place to be. It doesn't mean that you don't love wholeheartedly and have an incredible relationship, but if you put that person or that need on that pedestal and it gets taken away from you, that's when we feel like we've been ripped apart. We feel devastated.
Like the rug's been pulled from under our feet.
Yeah, absolutely. But thankfully with coaching, that can be obliterated so quickly. So,
Brilliant.
you know, a large chunk of my clients, this is what's caused the problem. It's been within relationships.
Brilliant.
And once 2 or 3 sessions, they've had some coaching and they've totally turned that around.
Amazing.
Totally, it's incredible. And it's because the presenting problems in life aren't the problems. It's far deeper than that. So once we get to that root cause of the problem, detach people's emotions to that, and then change their thoughts about that and about all other events throughout their life, then they could be free then to start living, you know, and just initially to be free of that and feel okay, you know, and not dip below that okay line. You know, that's an incredible place to be.
Yeah, absolutely. When you've been in that place of being really codependent and feeling completely devastated when a relationship breaks down, to actually move to a place of okayness and not need to be with someone to make you feel okay.
That
absolutely is truly enlightening, actually.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Because then in your life you have total freedom of choice.
Yeah.
Who to hang out with, what activities to get involved in, who to spend time with. Because you can manage by yourself. And that doesn't mean that you don't have loads of intimate relationships with your close friends. It means that you don't have to be with one person who is your everything in order to feel okay about yourself.
Exactly. I'm just
and
check.
I love the way that coaching works rapidly through that, because like counselling's great and therapy's great and there is a place for it. But but what I love about coaching is that rapidly moving through, acknowledging that it's about the thoughts and feelings and finding different ways to approach things.
100%. But that's the difference between coaching, because the coaching, I guess, in the UK is fairly sort of recent.
Yeah.
Compared to the States, and particularly the States. And ordinarily, people have been going to see counsellors, or they've been going to the doctors to get happy pills, if you like, some medication. But mainly it's been counselling, psychotherapy, CBT, and things like that. But I would say most of my clients have received help in that way at some point, and medication. However, for some it's helped a little bit. For some people, it's just not helped at all.
Okay.
But coaching's totally different to that. It's so rapid and so powerful, and people can be suffering for even through the help that they're getting, they're still suffering because they can be unearthing all these cans of worms and never really coming to the solution, never really moving on from that, and they can sit in that for such a long time. Whereas with coaching, it's getting to the root cause powerfully, quickly, and moving to the present moment in the future very rapidly.
Because for sure there is a place for medication, and some mental illnesses really do benefit from medication, and sometimes there is a chemical imbalance which medication really helps. But but equally, there are other ways of exploring these things, and there are other ways of understanding why we feel the way we do, why we react the way that we do, and why we have certain default thoughts.
Absolutely.
And actually looking at where those thoughts came from, and understanding that they aren't actually relevant to our lives today is really empowering.
100%. We're not who we were yesterday.
We're not who we were yesterday.
Not who we were.
Yeah. And
We don't have to be where we were an hour ago, you know.
yeah.
And you know, a thought, and that's all it is. Depression, say with depression, what's labeled as depression generally is a depressive thought, obsessive depressive thoughts,
Yes.
depressive thoughts. And it's no wonder, because 95% of our thoughts are the same as the day before. So, you know, the thoughts that we,
Isn't that an amazing concept? I just have to move my
yeah,
phone because even though I've switched it off, it's making all sorts of noises. So I've moved it over there where it'll make less noise. Isn't that an
that's cool.
amazing thought that we repeat the same thoughts, 95%
Yeah.
of the same thoughts every day?
Yeah, we're quite habitual creatures, aren't we? You know,
Yeah.
like a lot of animals. You know?
Yeah.
And anxiety is an anxious feeling in the body. So, you know, it's all down to science, really. And I quite often explain the science to most of my clients. You know, because when we understand the science, we then actually start thinking, actually, well, I'm not born this way.
Yes.
Um, it's just a way that I've created due
Yeah.
to environments and situations and events in my life. You know, and a thought is a neural pathway, an electrical charge, and a sort of a biological entity in our mind between two neurons in our mind, and that's all a thought is. And when that's connected to an emotion in the body, it strengthens it, you know, and
Yeah.
it's strong.
And we
Because we
can
look
change
back,
the neural pathways.
pardon?
We can change the neural pathways.
Yeah, well, you create new ones. We'll never forget things, but you'll once you disconnect the emotion to it, then you stop repeating it, you stop going to it, and or it holds no meaning to you anymore.
Yes, we
You know,
can create new ones. Not we can
yeah, and
change
create.
them, we can create new
That's right.
ones.
That's right. And you know, I do spend time with clients as well. Once they become free to create new neural pathways, I like I enjoy it, and I find it very effective. We do a lot of what I call state work. So
Yeah,
it's creating new neural pathways to creating new states in the body, new emotions in the body, positive, elevated emotions. So, and they're really strong. So I take people through visualization processes, or it could be through affirmations and things like that, to do on a powerful session with myself, but then to follow on at home
yeah,
and repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat, because most of our thoughts are the same as the day before. So,
mm,
you know, our life is what we think and believe, really. That's, you
yeah,
know, our life is what we think and feel up here, you know,
yeah,
and know the difference between reality and not. So if we tell it, we make it do something constantly, that becomes or can become our reality then, you know.
yes, yes, yeah, absolutely. And this has been, for me, such a rich period of recognizing these patterns and changing them,
Yeah.
so that I've gone from feeling shocked about this whole situation, shocked, in denial and in disbelief, to feeling trapped and locked in and like it's not fair, to feeling
Yeah.
completely free and like, and what should I do with today?
Yeah.
And for sure, for sure there are background anxieties about long-term income, but sitting in that is not going to make today any better, and it's not going to
No.
make the outcome any better either.
No.
So it's better to actually concentrate on how I do want to live, and
Yeah.
um, and attract what's meant for me,
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
rather than
You know,
worrying about how I used to earn money.
yeah, exactly. It's taking that anxiousness away from it, the pressure away from it, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
And with that, we can have incredible intentions, and but we have to follow on up with some action, you know.
yeah,
But perhaps not make that action too specific or to put too much of his time scale on it, and then it allows that freedom. It allows things to come, and just allows,
Yeah.
allows things to.
Yeah.
You have to make things happen. You have to take action on your
Yeah.
intentions.
Yes.
However, I do believe there's an element of allowing things to come through too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not a firm believer of what's classed as the law of attraction, because we attract things in our life by being a certain way and taking certain actions. We can't just sort of sit there and think everything will be all right, all this
Yes.
money will come to us and all this business will come to us, or because I'm thinking these great things. You've got to follow through with, you know what I mean? You've got to do something about it.
Yes.
But the key is to enjoy doing what you're doing. That's the key.
Yes.
And again, purpose in life is so important.
Yeah.
So important to discover why you're truly here, and it may mean part-time that you may have your day job to earn the money to pay the bills, but if you've got no other purpose that's greater than you,
yes,
i.e. purpose can quite simply providing a lovely home for your children and spending time with your children. Amazing purpose, probably the best person in the world. Purpose in the world. However, when we go beyond that, and you've recognized something within you that you can help others, that's incredible.
Yeah.
But we all have that.
Yeah, we all have that, and everyone does it in different ways. Like, some people create amazing artworks, some people are amazing DJs, some people are amazing musicians, some people are amazing dancers, some people, like me, I'm good at connecting people up and networking and giving people a voice, and everyone's got their different thing that they are good at, and it's
That's
just
right.
if you believe in yourself enough, you can allow yourself to do that thing.
Absolutely. And it becomes, and when it's so authentic and you're passionate about it, it's there's always small elements of challenge or mundaneness in what we do,
Yes.
Whether it's something technical, which I don't enjoy, things to do with computers and technical and software and stuff like that doesn't float my boat.
No.
However, sometimes it needs to be done. But when, long as you're resonating with that larger purpose and it's connecting with that high elevated emotion, that how it feels when you are doing these things and when you have achieved these things, then it keeps you going through those times.
Yes, that's right. Then it makes the mundane tasks like the washing up and putting out the food waste into a joy.
Yeah, exactly. So
that instead of feeling grumpy about life, we feel grateful, fulfilled, and happy about life.
Yeah.
And then we don't have to worry about people dropping litter, because people have always dropped litter.
Yeah, exactly.
People have always dropped litter, and somebody's always picked it up.
Yeah.
Be the person who picks it up, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no amount of being pissed off about things will stop that.
Yeah. No amount of being outraged is going to change anything.
No amount of sadness is going to help to stop people being sad.
Yeah.
It does, like I said before, you're not in touch with compassion, but it's working towards possibility as quickly as possible.
Yes. And I like that, quickly as possible. I like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And also going back to when you become that, when you've had that transformation, and I know this from my own experiences, just going back for a minute, backtracking to the self-worth thing, for example.
Yes.
And when you've reached that point where you can absolutely, no matter what goes on in life, no matter what curveballs hit, how it affects you. And when you've kind of mastered that, it does. I remember speaking to the guy that trained me, Phil Quirk, who still trains me, and I remember sitting down with Phil at his house years ago and saying, Phil, this was early in my coaching days. Do you still get like suffer from problems, things like an emotion that you, or a pattern that used to really get to you and you'd spiral.
Yeah.
Do you still get those curveballs? Do you still get those feelings? He says, yeah, I'm human, and we can't change our history, but what we can, he said, it's the speed I turn that around now, Tony.
Yes.
And I was like, shit, I really want to get to that point where, not that nothing bothers me, I'm not this harsh, insensitive, emotionless human being.
Yes.
Far from it. I'm very much, emotionally connected. But the speed of deflection, and that's
absolutely. Absolutely.
Takes
How long do I feel pissed off for? How long do I feel disappointed, let down, angry, upset, dismayed?
Yeah.
And how do I react? And how am I able to move through that and do something that makes me feel good?
Yeah, exactly.
Or help somebody else.
Yeah, exactly. And there's obviously different extremities of curveballs,
Yes.
There always will be minor ones, large ones. However, once you get that speed up and you're able to deflect something or shift from something within seconds or within minutes or within hours, because we can sit in these sad places or anxious places for days and weeks and etc.
Yes,
I've been there.
Yeah.
But when you get to that, and it's daily practice. It really is. As a coach, with coaching, you're shifted massively, and you're helped to be cut free of any chains that are holding you back, and then create a way of being. But as a coach, I know that everybody's got all they need inside them, so I don't want them to need me. I want them to be empowered to not need me as quickly as possible, as rapidly as possible. So that's the way I like to work, and so I want to be able to leave them with the strategies to strengthen that. But it does take time. The initial shifts are fast, but mastering it does take time. It's that daily catching yourself when you're thinking a certain way, saying stop, and that internal dialogue going. I did a video on this actually a few weeks ago, and you stand up straight, shoulders back, head up high, and shout stop.
Because
stop.
the posture makes such a difference to our feelings.
Massively. It's that state.
It is that state. And Tony Robbins talks about that all the time. Imagine that you're depressed and you just slump forward, shoulders forward. Whereas if you change that posture, it's actually really hard to feel the same in a more open posture, open-hearted.
That's right. It's like if you give something to somebody, whether it's someone that's homeless, whether it's a gift, whatever, it's impossible to feel anything but joy in that moment. Just in that moment.
That's true.
Impossible. Just in that moment.
Yeah.
I really did learn the secret behind getting in state from Anthony Robbins. It is an incredible. Is the king of getting people in state. He
is an incredible person, actually. Incredible energy.
I've done 2 of his training events, one in London and one in the States, and it's incredible. I learned a hell of a lot from that. A hell of a lot. And I do use that within my coaching, to create powerful state.
Yes.
And But yeah, I was going back to, you know, the method for shutting down this internal dialogue. As soon as you change your physical state, as soon as you say out loud, stop.
So I'm going to
You
change
take
mine
one,
now.
yeah, you take one breath, you take one deep breath, and then you speak the truth, emotionless truth, the hardcore facts, the truth about a situation. And then that internal dialogue shuts down. And it's a case of doing that every single time
Yeah.
that a negative thought pops in, every
Yeah.
single time. And what happens, you get to master that so well that I it's very rare now I will do that process, because I did it day after day after day, and I went through a really hard time with the salon when it ended, and for a long period of time, you know, it was really tough financially, and you know, and everything. And every day, on a regular basis, I'd have to keep doing that to stop this spiral of thinking,
Yeah.
you know. And I got to really master it. And now, you know, quite simply, I'll just go, truth, Tony, and
Yeah.
that's it. Just say the truth now.
Yeah.
Sometimes it will just be in my head, or I'll speak out loud, and then that's okay. It's okay. You can deal with it then.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely. Love
just
that.
take
Thank
master.
you. Thank you. So people can get in touch with you via your Facebook page.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. I want to say, Claire, it's been. Thank you for inviting me on.
Thank you for coming.
I, I think you're doing amazing. What you're doing, connecting with
Thank
so many
you.
different people.
Thank
I
you.
think it's incredible. I really admire you for that, and I watch you and see what you're doing, and you know, you've got so much energy and passion for life. I think it's amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I'm also in my 50s, and it's like we only get one chance at this, as far as we
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like, I just
It's like
want
being
to.
born again.
Sorry?
It's like being born again, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is like being born again. And I just want to live life to the full every day, whether
Yeah.
it's lockdown or whether it's not lockdown, whether we get another lockdown, whether I can run my business or not. I just want to live
Yeah.
my life to the full every day, and connect with people and do things that give me joy, really. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The gas man's just pulled up. I've got to let him in a minute, but
Yeah.
no.
I'll let
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely, Claire. And also, Claire, it's like just to be okay sometimes, you know,
Yeah.
just to be okay and not dip below okay, you know.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
You know, I don't jump out of bed every morning like woohoo. You know,
No.
quite often I'm just okay, you know.
Yeah.
Excuse me 1 second. I'm just gonna let this gas man in. 1 second.
This is
I've
what
got
I
it.
love about these
Yeah.
conversations. It's all
Yeah.
completely unedited.
This is real life. This is
Because
real life.
all of that whole polished thing seems so absurd now during these
Yeah.
times. He's gone now. He's gone to let the gas man in.
Hello.
There he
I've
is.
just let the gas man in.
And it'll
Yeah,
all be
thank you.
go totally unedited onto YouTube as well.
Bless you.
Because that
Thank you so
whole
much.
thing about perfection and edited and polished, it doesn't work at the moment.
No, exactly.
It
Keep it
seems
real.
absurd.
Keep it real.
Keep
Yeah.
it real, yeah.
Yeah.
So thanks, Tony.
My pleasure. It's been really good fun and
Yeah,
really interesting. Been great to
brilliant.
spend some time with you. We'll have to do
Yeah,
it again soon.
yeah. Let's do it again soon. Okay.
Really good. Thank you, and well done for you know, doing this, and with all the people you're connecting with. I'm sure it's helping an awful lot of people. So
Thanks. It helps me as well every day. I learn something every day, which is
Good.
brilliant. Yeah.
Awesome.
Thanks very much. Speak to you soon.
My pleasure. It's been lovely.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.